Hey guys, it's Deck Check. Welcome back to another video. It's been a while, but today we just wanted to talk about the top 10 cards from Godzilla that we think are the best in the set. Now, these cards aren't in any particular order, but I do think that the last card in this video is probably one of the most broken foundations like ever printed, like ever. Yeah, let's get started. So, before we get started, this set is filled with so many playable cards. Like this set being the first set to come out post rotation really sets a precedent for how this meta is going to go for this next year, because this set is genuinely extremely playable. We had, like, me and Miles here, we had a really hard time picking a top 10, so we just turned out to be a broad 10, and even then we still had a hard time picking what 10 best cards were in the set. So we did decide to do an honorable mentions, and the first couple three honorable mentions are going to be Final Wars, which is a broken foundation that says you get +1 damage on all your attacks, with the downside of your opponent also getting the static. But what's good is you get to draw once per turn after your attack deals damage. Now, it's just, the reason it's so good is because it can literally go in anything. Like, any deck can run this and be totally fine. Miles, did you want to explain why Frenzy Dive and Growing Grass also made our honorable mentions?
Yeah, both of these attacks are, in general, just really strong, depending on the playstyle you're using them for. Frenzy Dive, I mean, just giving all of your attacks 1 speed, and then sacking power tokens, which is another thing we'll definitely talk about up the list as well. Being able to spend those for EX abilities, and that doesn't just mean for Frenzy Dive, it means for any attack you're playing.
So broken.
Um, just combined with the Blitz, Commit, and Seal, you have Chimera Kraken returning on a 4 diff now. And then Growing Grasp, yeah, I mean, it's just an objectively good card. Face down cards do not count towards progressive difficulty to play this card. I mean, that's pretty insane. And then a Blitz that gives X damage to the equal number of cards in all card pools is also pretty crazy, especially as a throw. I mean, you can throw this in a lot of different decks, and it will just be either a good card killer, a good card, or a good string starter. It also has EX3 for whatever reason.
It's also like low-key broken in Godzilla too, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the big cheese,
The big
if you
elephant in the
will.
room.
Yeah,
You can totally just
exactly.
say, like, I string out with a bunch of Sadie Rampages and like 3 attacks, and then form Growing Grass, and if
No,
you
yeah,
somehow are like above double-digit health, Growing Grass is gonna knock you down. Like, this card is
most
so
likely,
easily abused in Godzilla.
very much so.
It's so easy to abuse it, but unfortunately, with these cards aren't bad, nowhere near it. It's just the other cards in this set, like I said previously, are broken. They're crazy. All right,
Yeah.
Miles can go ahead and get y'all started off with this first one.
Yeah, so we'll start off with number 10 here, Blasting Off. It is a 5 diff 3 check. We have Earth, Good, and Order symbols, 3 mid block modifier, a bunch of keywords you could see, including the tech keyword with a response that says after you play a keyword ability, draw 1 card. Now, in general, I think that response is just pretty crazy without having a real cost. I think playing keyword abilities to draw a card in general is just pretty insane. There's a lot of foundations in the game that can give you more keywords. Things like "Don't Do This" from the
Yeah, the
Star
Star
Trek.
Trek. Yeah,
Um, what are they called? The Challenger series. Discard a card, gain stun 1. I mean, there's so many ways to give keyword abilities to this card, especially on order. Um, it's incredible. I think it's a very useful tool to draw a bunch of cards, especially if you play things that have momentum as well. And then just a good deadlock, I think, is always good. I mean, stun 3 is just honestly a great enhanced to have for a deadlock ability, especially when you're gonna draw off of it anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
So
like,
yeah,
adding on to that, if you like ever build into Deadlock stun 3 may not seem like that much, but if you think about it like this, if you stun 3, you're stunning a good 24%, 25% of their board. And
for
just
sure.
saying that a fifth of your board is no longer playable. In addition to that, this card does have the symbols to be comboed with Patchwork Baby. And I feel like if you just play both of these in like a 3 attack string, you can get so much value just from not only the draw power of blasting off, but also the damage output from Patchwork Baby. Because that card alone can buff itself to like very like decent stats very quickly. And I feel
Mhm.
like these two are just a crazy combo. Alrighty, next card we're going to be looking at is going to be Divine Defender. This card is what we needed last rotation, in my opinion.
Yeah,
This
gotta
is the anti
reprint.
Mikasa card, bro. Um, this card being a 1/5 on air, good, and order. This is such a good spammable foundation. It literally says flip if this is your rival's third attack or greater. This combat phase, add one card from your card pool to your hand. It doesn't say one attack, one foundation. It says one card. So you can block with an action like Divine Defender or anything like that, and just say, "Cool, I get all the good stuff on that action." But then if you send more, I get to pick more up. Like this card is such a good spammable. I genuinely think that like with how this meta is going with like Tot dominating everything, if you can play Divine Defender, you should be playing Divine Defender.
For sure. Yeah, I think well, this card is, in my opinion, it's clearly a reprint of Impractical Studies, which is the old Mina card, except now you have it on a few more debatably better symbols. I think just having this card on air is especially really
It's
good.
so foul, bro. It's so good in
It's just
Mothra.
a yeah, it's a Mothra card like 1,000%, and um, I think it's really good to have this card back in general. I think I'll get annoyed with it down the line. I can kind of see where we're headed with a lot of these other cards.
Gulp.
But for the most part, I mean, yeah, this is a crazy freaking card.
Yeah, the fact that it's a
And it was
one
crazy
diff is
back then too.
crazy. The
Yeah,
fact that it's a one diff is crazy to me. I didn't play back then. I'm kind of a baby to this game still, so I don't know how crazy. What's a card? Still was Impractical Jokers or
Impractical
something.
Studies.
Impractical Studies.
Practical Jokers is crazy.
Okay, bro. But like, I wasn't around to know how crazy that card is, but just from seeing how crazy this card is, I can only imagine. Anyways, Mouse can get y'all started with this next one.
Yeah, the next one's a lot more simple. Defiant Roar is a 1 diff, 5 check, 3 mid block modifier. It says enhance. You get to flip this card and commit a power token to draw 1 card. Um, at first glance, this card seems incredibly simple, but for a lot of the top decks that are winning LCs, that are being definitely looked at, being surveilled by a lot of different players, this card's kind of insane, I feel like, for characters that generate power tokens, or any other cards that generate power
Yeah.
tokens in general.
Tater Tot, Ingrius, yeah.
Yes, there's a ton. I mean, Earth Attune, that kind of fits every power token character, and the ability to just draw a card is absolutely foul. For practically no cost, in my opinion. Like flipping is like, I just don't think it's that big of a
Yeah, I don't know.
cost,
Like,
especially for committing power tokens too.
if it's if you're flipping it, you still have like a foundation that you can commit. In addition to that, you can like sorry. So like I said, if you flip it, that foundation is still ready. You can still commit it to pay for more attacks
Yeah.
or more foundations or more whatever. In addition to that, you can commit your power tokens, which does not matter because there's foundations out there that are like, oh, sacrifice 2 power tokens plus 3 speed plus 6 damage. Sacrifice. Like, it doesn't specify ready foundations or ready power tokens. So the committing a power token is literally like a nothing burger cost. It does not hurt you at all. Yeah, it's a super simple card. It's a spammable on Earth, like Miles said. This thing is nuts. It's really overlooked, in my opinion, but it definitely is like a top 10 card from the set for sure.
Did it get an alt?
Yeah, dig it in all. Yeah, Carla showed me. I forgot what was on it though. I think it was Batra. Anyways, this next card, Bug Bite, it is a deceptively good card. Okay. So first, let's get started. We're not even care about the attack stats. Let's look at the block zone first. It's a 0 high block. That is really, 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 really good. For example, like 0 highs are relevant since the Titan package, 4-check Tribal Titan, a lot of those are highs. Like knockdown blows are high, female Titan attacks is a high.
Yeah.
In addition to that, this like is not a bad offense piece either. For decks like Mothra, where you want them to block, sending a 3 difficulty 1 high for 5 that says Blitz, I get to stack the next card on my deck. It's going to be a 6-check. If you play 6 checks, you get to stack one on top of your deck. That's really good because you can guarantee that you can build like a greedy 4 diff or 5 diff or just a greedy foundation or asset that you want, or you can just send it as a poke attack, a 1 high 5 that lets you stack your. That's broken. But
Sure.
the biggest thing on this card is it enables characters like Mothra 2 and Deku. Like, being able to just spend a momentum and then block with this, or sorry, block with it and then spend a momentum and then ready your character is disgusting. Like, in Mothra, if you have a momentum, which you will because they're not going to want to block everything, you can commit your character on your first, second, or third attack that they send, say it's fully blocked, -2 speed, then you can spend the momentum on blocking with Bug Bite and say, cool, your next attack is blocked again. And like we said earlier, if you're playing Mothra and you have access to Divine Defender, you can just pick it back up and do it over and over and over again. On the other hand, like Deku, on his defense, he can just flash your first attack and then say block with Bug Bite and then flash your next attack. Like, that is so hard to get through. God knows I hate Deku. I hate that deck so much. Like, just him being able to flash 2 your attacks, possibly 3 with the access of Cheerleader. This card is so valuable.
Yeah. Like, again, how Kang was saying, I mean, this card is very deceptive at first glance. I don't know if, I mean, when I first read the card, I immediately knew where it was going and what it was going to be used for. Because it's very clear, not only by the art, but by the response. Like, again, every single card that's on this list is just objectively a really strong card. And it just has so many different uses. I feel like
so
even
much,
as simple as it seems, it's kind of insane. Yeah, that's kind of all I have to say about that.
I mean, genuinely, like, a card that does this much is actually crazy.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is there's cards that do more down the line on this list, which is even crazier.
Sure.
All right, Miles can get you started in this next one. My favorite. My favorite.
Yeah, I kind of hate this one. Sacred Guardian is a new action. 2 div, 5 check, 2 mid block. Response has Breaker 1 for a keyword ability. Its static says if you have no ready foundations, this card gets -2 to its block modifier. Okay.
It seems bad. That static seems irrelevant, but it's actually it's really relevant. It's came up before because of Shin Hashigeki. It is very relevant.
Sure. The response says remove after you block with this card. You're gonna draw 2 cards and discard a card, and then gain 2 health. There is a lot going on with this action. That again, when put in the right characters, I feel like just sort of, it's like giving a 2 guys in a fight. You give one guy a gun, and then the other guy is left with like a stick. Sacred Guardian being the gun. Being able to block an attack, then you get to remove it from the card pool. You get to draw a card, gain health, and then it has Breaker, of all things.
It's only a mid too. It's a 2 mid too. That's crazy.
It's a mid block, and it doesn't say anything about it being completely blocked either. I mean, you gain all these abilities if you just block with this card.
And it doesn't clog your card pool. It's busted.
Yeah. There are some crazy combos you can do with this card. It just deals with a lot of problems you can face in early game or in late game.
It's a great hand sculptor. You can sculpt on your like block turn, and then just backswing like crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it again, it's one of those cards that really just like feels like it does everything that you would want to do on a specific turn, and we'll see more cards like that. But this is just kind of we're getting there. This is like only card number 6, and I feel like it's just absolutely insane.
Yeah. And as somebody that has a little bit of bias, I am a Mothra bias player. This card is so incredibly good at hand sculpting. There's been so many turns where I just say, cool, I'll block with 2 Sacred Guardians, sculpt for 3 Walk the Dogs, and it just ends up happening. Like, you're allowed to
Yeah,
play so aggressively and greedy on your defense turn just because of this card. This card's busted. Nuts. Alright, oh boy. um, yeah, okay. Destructive Heat Ray is absolutely foul. Okay, it is a 5 difficulty 3 check, and it is a 5 low 3 damage. Which 3 damage. Who cares? We don't care about the damage. You play this in power token decks. The Blitz says add 2 power tokens to your stage. Flip 1 Rival Foundation with difficulty less than the number of power tokens in your stage. Response after this deck deals damage, Ready Foundation. So 1, it has a Ready Foundation on phase, which you might be thinking, why does that matter? You can ready things that also ready themselves. Like, you can ready History's Greatest Monster. You
yeah.
can ready the what's it called? The 1 different attack on Titan that has a Colossal Sign that readies itself after 3 attacks. You can ready your
Yeah.
hate pieces. You can ready a card down the line, Battle Arrives. You can ready Normalcy. You can ready so much stuff. You can ready like so much stuff. But the big thing is you only play this in decks that can concur a very high amount of power tokens very quickly. And just being able to say, cool, that 1 foundation on your stage is now completely gone is so incredibly strong against decks that just counter OTK or anything that like this deck needs. Just being able to say Blitz, I get 2 power tokens and that foundation is gone is absolutely crazy. It is the anti-hate piece.
I mean, the longer you're in a game fighting a deck with this card, it's only going to get harder. You can, again, with Godzilla, for example, Titan of Terror, which is obviously the biggest example for a lot of these cards.
Bro, Tater Tot Abuser right here.
Yeah, I mean, you play 3 in the deck, for example, so you have 1 in your hand, and then you get 2 tokens, but you get 3 because you get another from the response. So you're already committing 1 piece, or not committing, you're flipping a piece.
Yeah, it's way worse than committing, bro.
Yeah, and then you can form, play it again. You get to get 2 more tokens, then you can commit another piece. And then the deck can also play military airships. You can pick it up, play it again. There's so many ways to abuse the crap out of this card and practically flip the entire board.
And yeah, not only that, this card sets up another card called Shin Hashigeki. Like Miles just said, this card can generate so many power tokens
Power token generator.
so fast. This card is like 3 damage. Ooh, no one cares about that. This thing can generate power tokens so fast to set up that Shin Hashigeki for Shin Hashigeki commit 10 foundations. It is it does too much in my opinion. This card in Godzilla is kind of crazy.
It does.
In my opinion.
A lot.
All right, Miles can get you started this next one too. Oh boy.
Yeah. So this next one, Queen of the Monsters, is probably debatably the most popular card I think that's come out of this set. It's definitely been the one that people look for the most. It's a 5 diff 3 check. Has charge and range for keywords. It's a 1 low block. Has Blitz, spend a momentum, add 1 foundation from your discard pile to your card pool and draw a card. Just objectively good. Being able to add a 1 piece, you get to add 1 foundation from your discard pile to the card pool is already great. When you account for its second Blitz, build 1 card from your card pool, face up or face down. So this card is now also a card pool clearer, as well as being able to build certain pieces you might want, or just trying to get rid of pieces you don't want in the card pool anymore. It's, again, just objectively a card that does everything you need it to do, along with great stats. I mean, a 4 high for 7 damage. Again, if you play with Mothra, I think because the response is
7
plus
high.
3 speed,
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
it's
so it's a
7.
7 high 7.
It's on average a 7 high 10 because your response off Fajin.
Yeah. And I mean,
Crazy.
this card can, like, I mean, it's a bait card almost every single time
But
because
it's
you're
a
just
big bait
building.
card. That's the thing.
Uh-huh. Exactly. I think again, there's a lot of different characters that can use this card, but I think the easiest one again is Titan of Terror,
Yeah.
or Mothra, obviously. Either of those characters can use this card.
Yeah, like
For free.
going
Like,
back to what Miles said, this card is so versatile. You're allowed to say like I have infinite foundations basically. Like I have my bag of tricks is very deep because I say I look at my discard, I need anti-throw, I have anti-throw. I need damage, I have damage. I need Shobnijin for breaker, I have that. I need imprisoned to commit you out, I have that. Like it makes checking good. It rewards checking good, which is crazy because in control decks like Mothra, checking good is like a part of the package. And then also just being able to build a card from your card pool face down is crazy because what you can say is you can say like I'm gonna play Electric Moth, I'm gonna play Walk the Dog on a 4, check a 4, cool. Then I'm gonna play Queen of the Monsters on a 6, cool. I check a 5, commit 1 for 6, whatever, and then you build the attack face down. You send Queen of the Monsters, then you can declare Send Siho as your next form and just pick up the attack you just played. You can just recycle attacks. It's absolutely crazy. This card is bonkers. Alright, looking at the next one is going to be Power of the Monsters. This card is like, what's that? What was it? It was, I think, Hero's Upbringing, the Todoroki card.
The Todoroki, yeah.
Yeah, this card
Very
is
similar.
literally like Hero's Upbringing, but in my opinion, better. It's a better Hero's Upbringing. It's on arguably better symbols. It has Breaker 1 built in, and it gives you power tokens, like, for free. Granted, you do have to sacrifice the foundation, but I feel like it's not that bad of a cost. Like, there's nothing more I can say about this. You can either...
It's very worth it.
It's so worth it. Yeah, you either... Like, of course, ideally, you want to steal their character, but you can also steal a hate piece. You can also steal, like, just literally anything. You can literally steal anything. Backups, assets, hate pieces, characters. You want to steal their character, but, I mean, this card kind of speaks for itself. It's just a good card with Breaker on a 2 diff that seals something. And with a lot of these characters right now, if you steal their character, they're just fried. Can't do anything. So, I mean, this card just speaks for itself, I feel like.
Oh yeah. I mean, Hero's Upbringing, in general, was a card that I personally did not see a lot of play from, but a lot of decks would run it just for a sideboard. I think this one's a bit different in that it's not really just the character that I think you're sealing. You can kind of seal whatever as long as an ability played anywhere is played twice.
Exactly.
That seems very, very strong. Again, especially just for sacking a foundation, and then you get a power token anyway. So
yeah. And like that's where I
yeah.
think the difference is. With Hero's Upbringing, you kind of only have one option, and it is their character. But this card says anything. You can do anything you want, and I think that's foul.
Yeah.
All right.
Pretty crazy.
We're going to number 2 now for Miles.
All right. Yeah. Protector of Life. Another action. The 2-diff 5-check. 2 mid block. Again, it has Breaker 1. You've noticed the pattern already.
Oh yeah.
And then response after you block with this card, the attack deals no damage. And once again, you get to add a power token to your stage. So one of the main arguments that I feel like there would be is why this is above Sacred Guardian. I think in general, this card is just objectively better, especially for being an Omni blocker. Having Breaker and then again just getting tokens. It just feels like a card you would just play in every single deck that has this symbol, because you know you will always be able to block it fully, even if it's a throw.
And even like not on like even like if you don't play it main, I would play it inside. Like for me at least, like this card just does way too much. in a meta state where there is genuinely very little to no anti-throw, this being the one option for anti-throw is fine, because this card is a really, 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 really good anti-throw. Miles was talking about it earlier, but to me at least, the reason why this card is objectively like better than Sacred Guardian, just in my play testing at LCs online, TTS, is with this card you can say I block 3 attacks, breaker 1 or whatever, and then you can easily just say you can not Sacred Guardian, you can use the foundation, the 1-diff, to just flip and pick it back up. So you can recur this card way more effectively, along with it, like Miles saying, being literally a guarantee block with power token. That power token is such an unnecessary like part of that text, but
Yeah.
a little bit extra, I guess. Yeah,
I had to make sure.
It's just an incredibly good block. It's super good.
Yeah.
And for the big guy, the boss of the whole set, this, in my opinion, is arguably the best card in the set. It is a 3-diff, yes, 3-diff. That's kind of rough for consistency, but it says response after your rival plays an ability on a foundation, cancel that ability and seal it. Not just cancel, seal it. So like double trouble, man. Like that means if they have any ways to ready that foundation that they wanted to use, they can't. Like they can't reuse it. It's sealed. This card is like, I think, the best hate piece in the game right now, and I feel like the text just speaks for itself, and I think that this card is disgusting and should be unique. I've played games against Miles and like just other people where I have 4 of these on board because I'm a control deck, and I just say, okay, so you can't play the game anymore. Sorry. Like,
yeah. This card completely, I think, shuts down certain strategies. The fact that it responds off of any ability, not just enhances, not just responses. I mean, it can be statics, it can be anything. If they try to play an ability on that card, you just cancel it. I mean, just having, again, this card not being unique is the biggest problem. Like, I feel like being able to seal multiple pieces, just having a bunch of blanks on your board, and then this just gets to ready when it's, your opponent's turn again, is just absolutely foul.
Yeah.
It kind of just has all those super foundation hateful symbols. Void being the biggest one.
Oh yeah, non-again too. You can play all the hate pieces.
I mean, just you're not gonna touch me kind of deck,
Yeah, it also has order, so you can play 4 in prison and just say everything's committed and everything's sealed, so you can't play the game.
With Imprison, those two. Yeah, and then you can build it with the one action, like
Team Hero. You can Team Hero it. Team Hero 15. Yeah. This card, God forbid you're playing like a deck that uses like a bunch of like unique foundations, like backups.
Yeah. No,
God forbid you're playing backups. This card is broken, bro. Genuinely.
It is wild.
Anyways, the video's getting long. We do appreciate y'all coming in for our 30-minute yap session about what we think the top 10 best cards are. Sorry, it's been a while, but we do always appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for stopping in today. Don't forget to support our sponsors at Combat Power Gaming. I'll throw a QR code for their TCG player up on here, or at least their website or something. And then, yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Peace out.
Bye.